So the Oscars, they were exciting, right? Or at least it had a moment of excitement after so long. Like I'm not a person that watches the Oscars, and obviously because of that, I had no intention of watching it, so I didn't. But I woke up this morning. I'm in South Africa, by the way, so times are not the same. But I woke up this morning and I see my friends are posting things about Will Smith. Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. Hey, Will Smith came in like Mike Lowry. Oh my goodness. I'm like, the fuck? Why the hell would, out of all people, not, I wouldn't have assumed Will Smith would do that, you know? Because especially over the past few years, he's been preaching, this message about self worth. I don't know why that was so hard to say. Self worth and like, loving yourself and stuff like that. He says all these things and then does this. Now, okay, why do I feel like it's a significant thing, right? I feel like it's significant because if you watch the video, you actually see him laugh. You do. So, which means Chris Rock actually made a good joke. It's not like he was intentionally trying to be offensive. That's comedy. You make offensive jokes. You can't do comedy without being offensive to somebody. Like, okay, and the joke itself. Okay, here's the joke. Here's the joke that Chris Rock like offended Will Smith with so badly. He's talking, and then he looks at Jada and he says, "Look, I love you, Jada." And then he says, "I love you, Jada." It's like he's trying to emphasize what's about to come is a joke, nothing more, nothing less. Please don't get offended. Obviously, he won't say it like that. Otherwise, what's the point of being a comedian? Then he obviously because Jada has been dealing with whatever she's been dealing with regard to her hair, some disease, or I wouldn't call it a disease, but some ailment that is making her lose all of her hair. And I can understand that that could be distressing for somebody, especially a woman. You don't just want to lose your hair as a woman, right? Especially when you don't have the intention of going bald. Like there are women that want to cut their hair and be bald or shortcut, but I don't see that as something she wanted to do. So you know, I get that on her front, she wouldn't be happy with the joke all too much because it hits a little bit personal for her. I get it in terms of you're making fun of the fact that I've got some kind of ailment. It would be like um, I can't even find a comparison because the ailment that Jada Pinkett has is not life threatening. It's just hair loss threatening. You know, it's not that deep, and to think, I would assume that joke would be something that she would be able to laugh at because it's just a joke about hair loss and making reference to a movie just to say, hey, can't wait to see G.I. Jane too. And if you don't get the G.I. Jane joke, it's because Demi Moore, okay, the actress that was in G.I. Jane, right? She had to cut her hair. And like a flat cut, like it was almost similar to what you would see Jada Pinkett with today. And so when I watched the video and they showed the cover picture of the movies, the movie case or the movie or the poster of the movie, you see the actress Demi Moore with cut hair, and then you look at Jada Pinkett and you're like, oh shit. But then that like that's the only joke. That's it. That's the funny part. Hey, you don't have hair. You look like Demi Moore from that show, right? You would think that that would be okay. I don't see how that is so offensive. Now, let me not be, or let me not sound like somebody that's just literally trying to be out here for like uh, just trying to pick a side or something. I genuinely am not. I can understand. Look, if I had a wife and somebody made a joke about her and it touched her the wrong way, of course I wouldn't be happy about it because my wife is not happy. You know what I'm saying? And I get that maybe that's what Will was experiencing that. Oh shit, the joke is funny, but Jada's not really there about it. So I can't really laugh like that because I gotta go home with this person, and I'm not trying to deal with the aftermath of having to laugh at her face because she feels offended. But you can also understand her offense that, look, I have an ailment and you're making jokes about my ailment. But at the end of the day, a joke is a joke. Back in the day, you can make jokes about gay people, you can make jokes about cancer, you can make jokes about anything, everything and anything was a joke. And that was the beauty of a comedian, but also the risk and the danger that they faced at being a comedian. You get what I'm saying? So, look, I feel like Will Smith should not have slapped him. I think he should have been more manly in that circumstance and dealt with it with the wife, to calm the wife down, to handle the wife, to be, look, Jada, it's a joke, it's fine, let's just get over it, he'll move on from it. And Chris Rock actually did move on from it. Because he was like, something, 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 oh, that was a nice one. And then he was about to move on. And you can see in the video, he responds because now he sees Will coming and he's like, uh oh, you know what I'm saying? And then he obviously, I'm pretty sure he didn't expect Will to hit him. He probably expected him to come and say something. But, Will's emotions got the better of him and he hit Chris Brock. Yeah. It's 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 not something he should have done. There's so many better ways to have handled that situation. And he took it in the wrong way. I don't know why. And I don't know why he tries so hard to appease his wife. Like, from all the things that float around the internet about her actions, his actions, their decisions, but mainly let's just focus on her actions for right now. I mean, like, even Chris Rock knew that there's a point where after Chris Rock gets hit and this is awkward like moment, and then he goes, "Oh, I could," and then he goes, "Okay," right? That "oh, I could," I wish he could have said something more. I really do, because like, he's a top-notch comedian. You don't know what shit is flowing in his head, especially in that moment when he's a bit aggravated. He just got hit. He has to act like it never happened. He can't touch his face because that would look like a bitch move. So he took it. So I'm assuming that his only response was to just lash out on something about his wife in August, maybe, or the infidelity, or the entanglement joke, or something about a joke on entanglement, or something like that. But probably the producers in his ear probably told him not to say anything or do anything or anything like that. Ugh, man. And so, like, dude, like, well, I feel like this dude is like, he's trying to find answers in so many places that it's like he just doesn't know what to do anymore. How are you gonna laugh at a joke about your wife and then almost immediately turn to aggression? That transition from one side of the spectrum to the other doesn't just happen. That was a response to something, and it wasn't the joke. It was his wife. You can tell by the way everything played out. He even knew. Apparently, he started crying. Like, he did cry when he did his acceptance speech and apologized and stuff. Although he didn't apologize to Chris Rock, which I genuinely think he should have done. That would have given him a bit more points from all the points he lost walking up to a comedian on stage on international television. People around the world are watching the Oscars, as shit as the Oscars are. But people are still watching it around the world. So many people are being surprised by the fact that you just walked up to Chris Rock and socked him in the face and then went and sat down and just started screaming expletives. Don't keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Come on, Will. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on. You can't tell me that you can live with the fact that your wife has brought a man into your house on occasions and slept with him, a person you considered a friend, someone you brought into your house and would hang with, Mr. August Alsina. And, you know, you can accept that, but you can't just accept a light-hearted joke. Even Chris Rock's response, look, he's a comedian. He understands how to toe the line. And in that moment, even he was on some like, wow, dude. Wow. It's a G.I. Jane joke. But at the end of the day, look, I think a valuable lesson in this is, yeah, at the end of the day, without taking this into context, just generally in the world we live in, yeah, don't be messing with somebody's wife and insulting them and stuff like that. But now when you take into account the context and you realize what these people are, these are celebrities. These are people whose lives are out there, regardless of what. It would have been another thing if Chris Rock knew that she was having a hair disease and he blatantly said it unbeknownst to the audience. But no, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett made everything public to an extreme extent. So it's not like everybody doesn't know. It's not like the people inside of the event area, wherever they were for the event. It's not like they didn't know about Jada Pinkett's condition either. Honestly, the only position anybody has to defend Will Smith is that don't fuck with somebody's wife. But even then, taking into account the context of the situation, Will's response was wrong. Chris Rock is an entertainer, he's a comedian. Will Smith used to be an entertainer. Oh no, he's still an entertainer, but he used to be in like like comedic entertainer, full on full. So, but hey, look, maybe it's just Will doesn't have a strong stomach for some things and other things he clearly does. But I don't think he should have hit anyone. You can tell me if you agree or disagree, but yeah, he shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't have done that. I feel like he had that moment of realization. You know when you get pissed and you just do something, right? You just do something, right? And then like after you've done it, you sit down and you're like, oh fuck, I probably shouldn't have done that. I think he had that moment just probably before and after the acceptance speech, and after the whole event as a whole. So yeah, but I mean, it is what it is, I guess. Anyway, it's been LG. Thanks for listening. If you did, just wanted to talk about it. Oh my god, dude! I mean, come on, Will. Come on. Anyway, again, it's been LG. Thanks for listening. Peace out. Stay well. And yeah, bye.